Well, hello everyone, welcome back to The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Okay, so today's going to be a pretty simple video. I just want to kind of try to collect the chests that I have marked with X's on the map. So I figured this is a pretty simple video, so why not take the opportunity to talk about the latest Nintendo Direct. And yeah, I know this video is probably like about a week after the Direct, but that's just because I record so far in advance. But I want to talk about the main games that they revealed, and also about potentially playing them on the channel, because I had a couple people ask about the game, about possibly playing those games on the channel, and I absolutely would love to. I do not want this channel to just be a Zelda channel. I mean, although I do love Zelda games a lot, and I even plan to play other Zelda games too, like Majora's Mask and maybe even Ocarina of Time, Skyward Sword, whatever, you know, if you guys would be interested in it, and probably I'll just do it anyway. But yeah, I am a massive Mario fan as well as Zelda, and yeah, so I want to talk about the games that they revealed. So first off, I've never played or even seen videos of Super Mario RPG, but I am aware, wow, a diamond, I am aware that the game is like one of the greats in, like, I don't know, in the Mario world. People like love that game, and I never knew why. So the fact that they're making a remake, not only does it prove that, yeah, it's a great game, and it's worth to them trying to remake it, and they assume people will buy it, but it also is just great because it allows people like me and younger people to have the chance to experience the game in a fresh new style, while, you know, allowing them to, I don't know, experience it firsthand, but also allowing old people, or sorry, not old people, but people who grew up with the game, to, you know, experience it anew in sharp HD, experience, you know, it on a new console, with, I don't know, higher frame rates and maybe even new mechanics or stuff, things like that. But I know, of course, people don't always like remakes in case they like change things or whatever have you with that. Hey, if you enjoy what you see here, please consider subscribing and liking the video, as it really helps get the content out there. Thanks. Ah, here we go, okay. I was wondering if I was even going the right way, but anyway, but yeah, with Super Mario RPG, if you guys would want me to play it, let me know down in the comments, because I'm sure for some, or for a lot of people, including me, watching somebody play like a, I don't know, a new old game, if you will, for the first time, and having them like experience it blind is always like so exciting. So if you wanted me to do something like that, let me know. But I mean, yeah, visually, like, the game looks amazing. I love that they kept the old, like, top-down view, kind of like old 3D kind of look, but they also, I guess, kind of enhanced it, so for depth perception you can kind of make the little platforming jumps a bit easier. And also, like, the cutscenes, they actually reminded me of like Dragon Quest cutscenes. Oh yeah, and here we go, we finally found the chest. And because, like, in Dragon Quest, the cutscenes are like really amazing. They're like almost, I don't know, anime style, and they look so amazing. But to see those cutscenes in like that game is like shocking, because before it was literally, the cutscenes were like, I don't know, a pixelated picture, and I mean, you saw how it transformed during the reveal. So I mean, that stuff is just so cool, and I love the new look. So I mean, yeah, I'm probably gonna buy it. It's coming out in November, and I mean, we'll see. I don't know if it's gonna be like a full price game, probably because it's a remake, but I still probably plan to buy it. So, also, of course, the final reveal, which was probably my favorite, is Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Now, man, that game looks awesome. I mean, it's like, I don't know, has it been like 10 or 11 years since they've released, like, New Super Mario Bros. Deluxe? Or, sorry, New Super Mario Bros. U for the Wii U. I don't count Deluxe because that's just a port to the Switch. But, like, a new, you know, original New Super Mario Bros. Or just Super Mario Bros. Game. It's been, like, I don't know, 10 or 11 years. I can't remember when the game came out. I think it was, like, 2012. So, yeah, that would make it 11 years. But, yeah, this new iteration looks awesome. The new art style and animations are so, like, I don't know, they're so quirky and cool and animated and lively. And I love them. And also, some of Mario's moves and, like, facial expressions kind of reminds me of, like, the old box art for, like, the original Mario Brothers games, which I feel like they probably did on purpose, which is such a cool, you know, throwback. Like, the way Mario's jumps, he kind of, like, tucks in his knee a little bit, if you will. And I don't know, it's just, it looks so cool. And that's just the visuals. Like, there's still the whole game mechanics, where I guess the whole thing about it is the fact that the game is weird. The whole thing is about, like, manipulating the ground when you pick up, like, the Wonder Flower, or whatever it's going to be called, and how it manipulates the area around you. Like, pipes start moving and wiggling, and I guess there's also, like, the new power-ups. I don't know if they're necessarily, like, something you collect, like a fire flower, or if when you collect the Wonder Flower, you'll just turn into things sometimes. Ah, here we go. Here's the chest. It's, like, in this skeleton. Okay. But yeah, as I was saying, Tunic of the Wild. This armor was apparently crafted for a hero who travels the wilds. Strangely enough, it's just your size. Oh, is that actually from Breath of the Wild? Yeah. Oh, that's cool. That's, like, the final reward for getting all the shrines in Breath of the Wild. Okay, so they brought it back. That's really cool. So yeah, and, so that's another piece. So yeah, anyway, so back to talking about the Direct. Yeah, the Wonder Flower, obviously it seems to affect the world, but I don't know if sometimes it affects Mario or whoever you play as, or there's, like, direct power-ups that will turn you into a ball or turn you into, well, obviously there was the one that turns you into an elephant. It was like an elephant fruit. But that's, I don't know, it's not really the same as, like, the other one where he turned into the spiky ball. But I don't know, maybe they are very unique power-ups for everything. And maybe also, they're, like, unique to worlds. Like, maybe some worlds are designed for you to be a ball. So lots of the levels are, I don't know, rampy, and they descend a lot. Whereas others, you become the elephant, or that kind of looks like just a regular set, or a regular power-up, and also Trousers of Time, awesome. But, I don't know, it's so interesting. I'm trying to think, what was the other power-up they showed? I'm pretty sure there was one more thing, right? I mean, yeah, obviously you have mushrooms and fire flowers. They did show that. Yeah, mushrooms have been, like, power-ups in Mario since the first game, and pretty much every game after. And then, yeah, the fire flower, I think we saw when they were Mario was fighting the Bowser Jr., I believe it was Bowser Jr., and he, like, changed size, which was really cool. That looks like an awesome boss fight. And then, yeah, also the fact that Daisy is playable, that is really cool. I think that's the first time Daisy has been a playable character in the Mario Brothers games, like, platformers. She's obviously been in the party games, and, I don't know, I think she debuted in, like, Super Mario Land, on the Game Boy, and I guess it was because Oh, interesting. That's also the Tunic of Time. She was the damsel at the time. She was like abducted by aliens or something. So, that was why or how Daisy became a character. And then, so that's also awesome because in Deluxe, Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, they introduced Toadette as a character, and she actually had like some special benefits, like she could swim like the frog suit all the time. Oh yeah, she was the only one who could turn into Peachette with the super crown, and she basically gained like a double jump and could float like Peach. And in fact, even the game, it literally said like, this is an easier mode. And then Nabbit was like the easiest because he's invincible. He can only die to like pits and stuff and lava. So and it's so cool though that they're still adding like additional characters and unique ones. And in fact, something even weirder is the fact that Yoshi is like a unique character this time. Usually, Yoshi's like essentially just like a power-up, if you will. You get him out of a block and then you can ride him. But in this game, it looks like he's both a character and other players can ride Yoshi. So I mean, that is like such a cool change. Oh, and then on the note of characters, so we've seen Mario, Luigi, Peach, which is cool. The fact that Peach is a character means she's not like captured. There seems to be like another reason why we're on this adventure, and I think it has to do with like the Caterpillar King or whatever. It's probably like Mario and Luigi and team get sucked into this universe, and they have to help this character specifically because Bowser's after like their grand power. Yeah, Bowser's obviously the villain because we saw his big new death ship. And then they probably get sucked into this specific world, which is why it's so, they have the Wonder Flowers and why everything is so weird. And so that's why Peach and even Daisy are characters, not damsels. Oh, there it is. Oh, funny. The Cap of Time, I just happened to get all the time pieces in a row. That's crazy. But yeah, so that's also... I really like it when Peach is a character, like in 3D World, instead of always being the one captured by Bowser. So, you know, that's an awesome change. And then also, so there's Yellow Toad we saw, and then I personally like to play as Blue Toad because blue is like my favorite color. So I don't know if you'll be able to switch to him like you could in U Deluxe, with just like holding a button and then switching. But interestingly, on the box art or whatever, the title art for the video, you can see like a Goomba wearing a blue toad hat, which means either he's not a character or there's like, I don't know, he was behind the Goomba, or maybe Blue Toad became a Goomba. That would honestly, it would kind of fit this weird game theme. So maybe he is indeed in the game and they just are hiding him for some reason. But hopefully he's playable because, yeah, I like Blue Toad. Oh, also the Cap of the Wild. And it has 4 defense, so it also has the 28 max, so that's cool. But, so yeah, that is pretty much everything, I guess. I can't seem to think of anything else in that trailer. I mean, it was amazing. I unfortunately kind of got spoiled a lot because of YouTube recommendations. I wanted to watch the direct afterwards to just experience it, but then YouTube suggested all these other videos about Super Mario Bros. Wonder, and then the remake of RPG. So I was like, well, I guess I know about it now, but I'll watch the trailer anyway. Alright, here we go. Here's another chest. So yeah, on another note... Oh, funny. Also the Trousers of the Wild. Weird. How did I manage to do these so back to back? So after they revealed Super Mario Bros. RPG, then they mentioned how the other Mario characters were going to get their own games. So they showed this like incredibly short teaser of a Peach game, which is cool. I liked Super Princess Peach on like the DS. It was okay. It was basically just a platformer with Peach. But I guess this will be more, I don't know, specific to her. Whereas before it was pretty much just Mario, but with Princess Peach. And she seems to have like a specific ability with like a ribbon, which isn't too abnormal for her. Because in Smash, she literally, I think her up smash is literally just a ribbon dance. But it seems as though it's her crown that is like the ribbon, because she wasn't wearing it, and she was using it to, I think, evilify somebody. So I don't know, that could potentially be, oh interesting, the chest is locked by this guy. That might be her ability of the game. But again, we saw like nothing. It was like a 20, maybe it wasn't even 20 seconds, but it was like a 10-second trailer, and there wasn't even a title. It was just that she's getting her own game. But I don't know, it looks interesting enough. I'll probably check it out. But afterwards, then they revealed something that really excited me, which was Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon is coming to the Switch. Now, I know a lot of people are indifferent about that game because the whole mission structure, and I don't know, it's not a short game, and specifically it's not short because of the mission structure. So it's kind of like a cheap way to pad out the game. But personally, it was my first Luigi's Mansion game that I had played. I had seen like Chugga Conroy play Luigi's Mansion on the GameCube like years before, and I fell in love with it. And then the fact that they came out with a sequel like what, 10 or 11 years later for the game, for the 3DS, I was like ecstatic. I wanted it so bad. I didn't even care about the game. I just bought it. Oh, interesting. This is a weapon, the big Goron sword, a legendary greatsword forged by a Goron craftsman for a hero who traveled through time. The exceptionally sharp cutting edge is a testament to the craftsman's mastery. Interesting. Well, I'll happily take it. Sorry, the Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon, being my first Luigi's Mansion game, I really liked it. I mean, it basically redid the formula of, like, the quirkiness. The first Luigi's Mansion game was kind of intended to be like a horror, almost. Kind of just a spooky, atmospheric experience with Luigi and not being truly scary because, I don't know, it's still a kid's game. But it did a lot of good things. I mean, it had the whole... I mean, it introduced Egad, who became a pretty relevant Mario character in future games like Partners in Time, even the Mario Party games. Oh, nice. Tunic of Twilight. And, of course, the whole mechanic with the Poltergust being probably one of the coolest game mechanics ever, in my opinion, being able to tether to a ghost to suck them up into your vacuum. I mean, that is so cool, and I love it. So yeah, when they introduced Dark Moon, I wanted it badly, and I was very happy with it. I think the structure of the mission structure was fine. You know, it was annoying at times. It's like, well, I know I finished this mission, but I want to keep exploring anyway. And then Egad's like, nope, you're coming back to the lab. But I don't know, it's still a good time. It's also, you know, fairly long because of the fact that they padded it out with missions. All the different, like, quote-unquote mansions are so unique, having their own themes like ice or the jungle or the sand, and then the clocks in that one. Oops, I'm going the complete wrong way. But yeah, so the point of my rambling is the fact that I love the game. I'm going to buy the game for the Switch, and I plan to play it when it comes out. I mean, you know, I also, yeah, that's right. I don't know if these, oh cool, another item, a special shield, the Sea Breeze Shield. Shield said to have been the favorite of a hero who traveled the open seas. It was apparently a family heirloom, passed down through many generations. Specifically with Luigi's Mansion 2, or 3, sorry, I planned to play it in October for Halloween, because it came out in October. Actually, it came out on the 31st, which was cool. So I figured I'd play it, make a short series on it, and do that. Because I was worried when I saw Dark Moon. I thought, are they going to release it in October again? But it looks like it's probably like deep in development, and it's probably not going to come out until 2024. So I have a lot of time until then. So that plan's still in action. So I hope you guys will look forward to that, because I absolutely love Luigi's Mansion 3. It is such a good time. And it also is probably one of the most visually impressive Switch games right now. Also, not to mention, it's just fun as heck with all the puzzles. So yeah, apart from that though, there really wasn't much else that interested me. Oh nice, the Skyward Sword cap. There was like the WarioWare Move It. There was Pikmin 4, which I know a lot of people are excited about. And unfortunately, Pikmin, while I've never played one, I've never seen one. And actually I think every single Pikmin game is on the Switch, right? They came out with Deluxe 3, or Pikmin 3 Deluxe, sorry. And then they released, or an announcement about Pikmin 4, and then they just freaking released Pikmin 1 and 2 on the eShop digitally, like today, or yesterday, being that it is June 22nd as I am recording this. Wow, I think I've actually gotten all the X's. So, I mean, yeah, it's kind of insane that they just ported every single Pikmin game that we've had to the Switch just like that. So, I know a lot of people love Pikmin, but I've never been into it. In fact, I never even heard about it until I played Smash 4 when they had Olimar. And so I looked him up, and it's like from this Pikmin game, which is a Nintendo title, and I was like, okay, whatever. So yeah, that doesn't really interest me. The WarioWare looks fun, but it's not really something you make content on. Unfortunately, Get It Together was my first WarioWare game, and honestly, I wasn't impressed, but I also realized that it's a very unique formula for WarioWare. Usually it's all about motion controls, which literally that game didn't use any, even though it's on the most high-tech motion control console Nintendo's ever made. So, I mean, that's just totally hilarious and ironic, but unfortunately, that being my first, and also just how incredibly short the campaign was, I didn't really feel the desire to play it anymore. But I don't know, I'll probably watch some YouTube videos on it and look into it, but it's probably going to be a no. But apart from that, nothing else really caught my fancy. I pretty much skimmed through the entire Direct, just clicking on the chapters on YouTube for the games I was interested in, and that was all of them. So, I don't know. But yeah, the Mario Wonder, Mario RPG, Luigi's Mansion 2 or Dark Moon, and the Peach game were the ones that really, really were awesome to me. So, I don't know. I mean, I definitely want RPG, Wonder, and Dark Moon. The Peach game, I mean, we're gonna have to wait to see. It's like deep in development, it seems, if that's all they could show us. So, I don't know. We'll see. But, yeah. So let me know in the comments what you guys think. If you want to see these videos on these games on my channel. I probably will just make them anyway. It's not going to be a matter of, you know, if you guys don't want it, I won't do it, because I'm probably going to want to. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I pretty much got every chest that I had X's for. And So yeah, thank you all very much for watching this episode on The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Pretty much just me rambling about the Direct and getting my opinions out there about it and letting you know. Because I did write a community post, I think I mentioned that, and I know those don't always get to everybody, unfortunately. So it's more just a matter of, you know, I need to mention it in a video. But I know this video is going to be a lot later than usual. So yeah, thank you all very much for watching. Please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Please feel free to comment about your opinions, what you're excited for, and specifically games you would love for me to see or play. And I'll be sure to write back and communicate with you guys, because that's part of my favorite, or it's one of my favorite things about doing YouTube. So yeah, thank you all for watching once again, and I'll see you later.